Sorry the light's so bright in here. Hey everyone, this is going to be my 36-week update. Today is February 1st, and I woke up this morning and realized that it was February, and it just kind of hit me that I'm probably going to be having a baby this month, and that's kind of weird to think about. I did record a 35-week update, but it was just a monster to edit. It was too hard to pick out which information was important and which one was just kind of like me rambling, so I just decided to scrap the whole thing. I will go over my week 35 stuff in this video too, but I'm going to try to keep it a little bit more organized for everyone's sake. 35 weeks came along, and same kind of old symptoms as usual, just feeling really tired and really ready to be done working as far as like the hours that I work. And it was weird over the day, like right at 35 weeks, which was a Thursday, I felt this just shift in my body, and I went to the bathroom during a break and I looked in the mirror and I noticed that my belly was like noticeably lower, and that I had a lot more room between like the top of my uterus and you know, right under the breast line, like, I don't know what that's called, your sternum area. But anyways, I had like a ton more room all of a sudden. And so that's what happened with Jack too. I started dropping at 35 weeks with him too. And it was kind of like over that whole week. And the same thing happened this time. So yeah, she dropped and I did have a little bit more room. I will try to show you that during my belly shot. It's kind of hard to see just because she's continuing to grow and put on fat and get really big. My uterus is still coming up, so it's come back up a little bit more since then, but that's normal because she's still growing. But I'm curious to see what my fundal height is, because I have my midwife appointment tomorrow, and then she comes tomorrow, and then every week after that until I deliver, which is crazy to think about, that we're already to that point. But yeah, I'm curious to see what my fundal height is. I think I measured 35 weeks when I was 34 weeks when I saw her last. So I've pretty much been measuring like a week ahead the whole time. And so I'm curious to see tomorrow if I'm measuring right on track, or if I'm still a week ahead, or what this baby's doing. So yeah, 35 weeks I dropped. Kind of got my appetite back a little bit. Well, I mean, yeah, I think my biggest turnoff with food was just knowing that if I overdid it, that I would feel uncomfortable or sick. And so I took full advantage of that, being able to eat comfortably. And I feel like I've just been really hungry constantly since then. My weight had stayed the same for like 2 whole weeks. And I'm not really sure, maybe it was even 3. And I thought that was kind of weird. I was like, oh, I think I heard something at some point that you stop gaining weight, or like your weight gain slows down at the end or something, but I don't really know why that is or why that would be. But anyway, but yeah, I gained like a pound or 2 in the last 2 weeks. Let's see. So back to the belly dropping. Okay, so the next day I thought, okay, so things are starting to look like they're moving in the direction of me having this baby. My body's kind of getting ready. Obviously dropping doesn't mean that you're going to have your baby tomorrow or even on your due date. It's one of those things that isn't something to get too excited about, but I thought I should go ahead and start doing some of my birth prep as far as like the supplements I take, and just being more regular about it. I did start eating dates, which are these kind of gross looking things. I think they look like cockroaches, but they're not like the best tasting thing. It's just a dried fruit, like a prune or a raisin or something. But so I eat 5 of those a day. I've been taking evening primrose capsules once a day, and I think that I can double the dose now, or I think I'll wait till 37 weeks just to be safe, but because I'd rather be full term. I'll tell you why in a second. I've also been really good about my iron and calcium, magnesium, potassium, my regular prenatal, and then my red raspberry leaf tea I've been kind of okay on. It's one of those things that I just brew at the end of the night and then have to chug. So yeah, then 2 days after my belly dropped, so 35 weeks and 2 days, And this is totally TMI, so please just skip past this part if you don't want to hear. But I lost part of my mucus plug. Like, it's one of those things that I didn't get a chance to vlog about with Jack, because by the time it had happened, I had already made my like 38-week update, and he was born 2 days later. So to be honest with you, it did kind of like, I was like, whoa, I didn't think that this happened till much later, like right before labor starts, because that's how it was last time. But I talked to my midwife, I talked to pretty much everybody I know that's a doula or natural birth kind of person, or just anybody that knows about it. I was like, is that weird? Like, I feel like I know in my heart that it's fine to lose a little bit of it this early, but I just wanted to hear reassurance anyway. And everybody I talked to, my midwife obviously is the one I trust the most, but yeah, as long as there's no blood and I'm not having like regular contractions, then it's really nothing to get excited about. Also, it does regenerate, or it can regenerate. So, and the good thing is, having already experienced this once in my life, the whole losing of the mucus plug, I know that what I did lose was not all of it. Yeah, I was really surprised with Jack, like just how much there is of the mucus plug to lose. And I was like, because it happened over like a 2-day period with him, where I was like, really, there's more? Like, when is this gonna stop? But I think that it's just my cervix beginning to soften a little bit, and maybe like it was just all around the timing that the baby dropped. I did start having Braxton Hicks in that same 2-day period. Like real Braxton Hicks. Like, I know I previously had said I'd never had them, and I really don't think that I had noticeable Braxton Hicks with Jack at all, and definitely not with his pregnancy until like 35 weeks. But yeah, now I know what they feel like. It feels, I don't know, it's still really hard to describe, but let's just put it this way. I know that it's Braxton Hicks this time. And then a couple days after that, the beginning of this last week, I would be like driving home at night, and it's only at night that it feels like, now this is really hard to describe. I feel really, there's like a lot of pressure on my cervix, and it's like this weird, like I'm about to start my period kind of feeling, which is kind of surprising to feel after not having a period for so long. But I was like, okay, that's kind of strange. And so I've been paying really close attention to it to make sure that it's not like real regular contractions. But there's definitely like a new feeling being thrown into the mix of the Braxton. I'm happy on one hand that my body's like getting ready and doing what it needs to do, but the fact that I was only not even 36 weeks when like all this stuff kind of just hit me, yeah, it's hard to be excited about your labor signs when you feel like, oh gosh, is this gonna turn into preterm labor? Because not only is that not ideal for a home birth, but even if I have a totally awesome hospital birth because of that, like I don't want any separation time. I don't want her in the NICU at all. I would really just rather all this chill out until 37 weeks so I can have her safely at home. And even then, 37 sounds so early to me. I would really rather wait till at least 38, but yeah. So I know that second pregnancies, these things just kind of start earlier, and that's just pretty normal. As long as it doesn't turn into anything real for a little bit longer, I'm okay with it. Just well, let's tie it into this. I have 1 more week of work left, which I am so excited about and so like emotional about at the same time, because this job has become like a second family and a second home to me, and I love all my babies and I love all my coworkers, and it's Jack's first preschool, so it's just like all this stuff happening at once, and I'm trying not to focus on the sad part of it because I just don't think I can handle that right now, because I'd probably be crying all the time. But so I'm trying to focus on the positive of it, that we're leaving on a happy note, and we took so many positive things from the experience, and we already have plans to visit when baby comes, and we're gonna come back for the Valentine's Day celebration too. Yeah, and a huge part of me is just ready to be done and focus on preparing for my birth. I feel like I can't really give hypnobabies the time and dedication that I need to that is going to make it really, really effective until I have more time in the evenings, and I'm not going to have that as long as I'm working. I did want to show you guys my completed Blessing Way bead necklace from my baby shower / Blessing Way. Isn't this so pretty? So these are all the beads that everyone brought, and it's kind of hard to show you each and every one. So yeah, this one the hole was too small, and so I have this fishing line kind of hanging off. I need to trim that still. When I started putting this together, it's like waxed, I don't know what it's just waxed black cord. I wanted something very plain, but when I started putting it together, I didn't know how I wanted to space the beads or how I wanted to knot between them or really anything. So I just kind of just made it up as I went, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's not obviously the kind of thing you like throw on and go out on a date and like, do you like my necklace? Like, no. This is really more of, it's something that I may not even wear during labor because it is pretty heavy. It's something that I just really like want to touch the beads and look at and be able to see. But I can also wear it too. So yeah, it just really depends on how I'm feeling in labor if I want something like this against my skin or not. So we shall see about that. Anyway, so I need to show you the belly before this thing is too long. Okay. So here's the belly at 36 weeks and 2 days. Maybe we'll move you up a little bit, Mr. Camera. So I don't know if you guys can see that this is where my hand is right here. There's a little flap here. Let's try this again. This is where, you know, the top of these are where my ribs are. And so when I relax my belly a little bit, you can really see where the uterus hits. It's really more like right here. And then from the front with the belly button. I don't have any new stretch marks this pregnancy, which is fine. I already caught all the stretch marks from Drax's pregnancy, and the cool thing is that they haven't turned red all over again. They've just kind of stayed faded. There. So yeah, there is the belly. I will see you guys for week 37, and I'll update you on whatever there is to update you on from my midwife appointment, and I'll just see you guys later.